We're here at ECFF Studios. I'm here with Steven and Egghead. And this week in ECFF wasn't too exciting. A couple of games that I had high expectations for. Wasn't that
But
good?
I will say, congratulations to Ant, lifelong Pirates fan. Team is
We're in the playoffs!
Finally in the playoffs. Last
Seen
time,
that playoff win,
I think
baby?
he was like 2 years old the last time they made the playoffs. So
Spent some tough years, but
just want to say congratulations to the Pittsburgh Pirates.
thank you. Alright, who was your biggest disappointment of week 2?
You want to go with disappointments first?
Yeah, I like to start off sad.
Alright, there's only one thing I'm disappointed with again this week, and it's Richie Lawman. This team is good. They're good. I mean, they have a great QB in Donnie, a couple good pass rushers, Jeff, Aaron. I mean, this team, like I said, they will be my disappointment every single week, no matter what the score of their game is.
I heard that they're better lawyers than football players.
Until they can prove to me that they can win the big game, and I just don't see that happening again this session.
Over to Steven.
Alright, well, I'm disappointed with Chacon Outlaws.
Ooh.
They merged with the Gators, we all know that.
Possibly the best two teams in the league.
Exactly. Possibly last session they were possibly the best two teams in the league. You would think that they would run through this league, run through everybody, and it looks like they're everybody's giving them a good competition.
Definitely true.
I mean, the first week they didn't have AC, but Jiggy played well, and they still only won by 2-3 points.
This week they weren't going against Warren, but
Warren's also a great team, don't get me wrong.
but that merge, you guys should be
destroying everybody, that's how I see it.
That offense doesn't look good at all. Alright, now over to most impressive.
I gotta go with the Sharks' defense. They haven't really played anybody good, but their defense is still, I think, let up 0 points so far this season. Even though it was against the Tigers and...
Shout out to Londell.
It was Outlaw Nation.
Oh yeah, Outlaw Nation. Who looks a lot better this year, I must say. I completely forgot about them.
Charlie.
They only have some of the best quarterbacks in the league.
They brought a couple of the veterans to that second team, and they might be. The Sharks D though, the other Appia brother, not the QB. What's his name? Marcus.
Marcus, I believe.
Don't ball hard or whatever the hell your back of your jersey says for some unknown reason. Played really well this week. I saw him defend a lot of passes in the end zone right in front of us, and definitely impressed with that.
There's a couple
defense.
to the left.
The left side of the field.
Yeah.
That's true.
But D tackle just. What's his name? Londell just.
That's
did what
fine
he
in
had
the
to
league.
Londell shuts everything down.
He does.
Makes it easier for everyone on that defense.
He does. He's like the Irish chocolate of ECFF.
I don't think many people know Irish chocolate,
Yeah.
so...
Well, if you watch college football, you should.
Alright, well, I'm most impressed with the Richie Lawman. Alright, Donnie to Clifton is all day. 3 touchdowns last week.
In the regular season.
Still, man, and plus, Donnie to Clifton is very dangerous. People underestimate Clifton, his speed, how good he could catch.
He's a good
And also, their defense is scary with Whedon at cornerback. They have good rushers, and even Squeaks, whatever his name is, Johnny.
Speaks. Yeah, I like Johnny Speaks.
He's a good running back. He broke off for a big one last week too.
I like a lot of people individually on that team, but
you just don't like them as a whole.
Yeah, that core just isn't gonna win anything.
Yeah.
They made it to the championship last session,
and
they lost. They lost to Warren, which is a really good team.
I agree, but
and I think right now
they kind of had an easy road to the championship last year.
The way that they're playing now, they're probably the front runners to make it back.
They'll never be my front runner for anything.
They played 2 good teams, and they just blew them out. They destroyed Wild Card.
You think Wild Card's good this year?
I think so. They always started off a little slow, but they'll get it back together.
I think losing Ben was huge though.
Losing Ben was huge because that's their rush, but
they still got a
also with Rick's injury, Rick has hurt elbow. Everybody who didn't know that, but so I don't know if that affected him. Yeah, definitely. I don't know if that affected him the first week or not, but they're still a good team without it.
I just feel like Richie Lawman.
They're giving Richie Lawman 0 chance to win the championship.
You know how PTI has that thing like 0% or
odds
whatever,
makers.
Odds makers. I give them negatives on winning the championship ever in this league.
Ever in the league.
Ever. Like, I'm not talking about this year. I don't even care if they get like every single best player on the league to put in one position. As long as that core stays the same, they're not winning anything.
That's outrageous.
Well, we're gonna move on now.
I do love Moniz though, my boy.
No suck-upping. Alright, a lot of new teams this session merging together. Which one are you most impressed with? And which one are you disappointed with? Start with Egghead.
Right now, I gotta be most impressed with probably the Sharks. I feel like
Totally agree.
this is what the EP Ballers needed to actually be back to where they were when Donnie was their QB.
Yeah.
That was the last time they were good, and I feel like if they didn't make this combination with the Young Guns, then they'd be bottom of the league again this session.
Okay.
I feel like the players that the Young Guns brought over actually, I don't know what the word, balanced out the weaknesses of
EP.
the EP Ballers. So
Same thing with EP. They
I
balanced
agree.
out what the Young
Yeah.
Guns had. Because the Young Guns was always a good team. They were never really
they
a
never
great
went
team.
over the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But like they had some holes, and then I feel like with EP, they
It all
plugged
comes down to
they plugged it up a little
this
bit.
offense. Can Mike Appia get the ball going like
That's
he used
true.
to? When I first seen him play, I thought this kid was going to be like a top tier QB, and then he just has been
Does he have an O-line?
maybe not, which I guess could be the biggest factor. I just think he makes
If
a
he's
lot
at an
of.
O-line, that's gonna be an illegal formation.
That's true, but he makes a lot of bad throws when they should be easy throws that he just doesn't make. But it's enough about the Sharks. The team I'm most disappointed with so far, that's new. Probably have to go with
I think
the
there's only one
Tigers.
choice, yep.
You gotta go with the Tigers. Although Bay, my preseason MVP, probably my favorite player in the whole league. Love him, but I thought this team was gonna be way better than they are. They can't even get a first down.
I think Bay's overrated. Just throwing that out there. Bay's a good player, don't get me wrong, but he really hasn't done much since Donnie was his quarterback in EP. He really didn't do much when he was with the Gators.
Biggest
He really
runner
didn't
from
do
quarterback.
well when he was with the Gators. What did he do? Nothing really.
I mean,
He was like
he was the Gators'
he always,
best player when we went down to Florida.
That was Florida. I didn't watch him when he was in Florida,
That's
but
true.
I seen him when he was
That's versus
in
the best
ECF
competition, and
over
he
here.
played well
He
down
did.
in Florida.
But over here in our
Till he got
league,
hurt.
he AC favored Jerome and Ibarra more so than Bay. I don't know if it's just because he's been playing with them longer,
It's his
or-
go-to guys.
or if Bay just wasn't open.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I find it hard to
I
see
feel
Taylor's
like
an open that offense.
the only way the only season Bay's had successful so far is with Donnie because Donnie actually threw him the ball. He's open on these like 6-yard curl routes every single play with this Tigers team, and I feel like
I think Bay's really good.
they just don't look at Bay for some
And a
reason.
good safety.
Who knows? Maybe.
I didn't want to get going about his defensive side.
Well, I wasn't really talking about defensive stuff. He's a really good safety. I was talking more so along the lines of him being a wide
receiver, yeah.
Alright, Steven, you're most impressed or disappointed?
Impressed? I have to go with the Sharks as well because you think about it. You think about these two teams and like, oh, that's who cares really, you know.
Mhm.
But what they've been showing, they've been coming every single week to play,
That's true.
you know. And I'm disappointed with Chacon
Yeah.
Outlaws because that merge, like I said earlier, like just thinking about it, those two teams together is a scary thought.
It is.
And yet each week that they come up, there's just nothing impressive about it.
It's true. Alright, moving on. I know it's only week 2, but through 2 weeks there's been a lot of good defensive games. Which defense do you think has looked best out there? Not of those scoring games this year.
It's definitely more of a defensive league this year than it has been in the past.
I think it's a lack of good
Man.
quarterback play.
You think so? Could go for both ways, but the defense just look a lot better. There's probably about, 6 shutouts in 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Maybe even more than that. But so far in this session, with who they played anyways, I'm going to have to go with the Chacon Outlaws defense. They've played 2 good teams. Maybe, yeah, I'll stick with Chacon. I mean,
They played Saints week 1.
yeah.
What they did to Warren was really impressive.
Definitely.
Because
The
Jalen-
Saints
that
are
offense-
way better this year. That
No,
QB is
definitely.
actually
No, he is.
a good QB.
Definitely.
He looked great the first week. I wish I got to see them play again week 2.
Me too.
I can't wait to see the Saints play this week. But they they played well versus the Saints and a Warren offense that can score 30 points on
Easily.
every team in the league
And
pretty
they
much.
shut them down to no touchdowns. which
Exactly.
is
Look
scary.
what that Warren offense did to Ruckus in the championship. You know.
It's true. I'm impressed with the defense-wise with the Untouchables. Actually, they don't even have their main team there,
You know.
and what they're still doing, they're shutting teams down. You know, they last week they only scored 6 points. They only allowed who was it? The Tigers.
And
The Bears. The
Bears.
Bears to score 6 points on them,
That's the thing, though. They should get a win when they only allow 6 points. You know,
They
with
should,
a
but that's
QB like
it's
Jeff,
their
that
offense.
offense. I know. I'm
You
just
know,
saying.
Well, you got the Bears have really good defense too.
No, I agree.
And they can only do so much on that offense.
With RG20 on that defense, you have a chance to shut out any team in the league. So,
That's true.
but I will say another team to look for their defense is Outcast. Their defense has been winning them games, which I thought it was going to be the opposite this year with Norm being QB.
Well, once Kobe gets on track with them receivers,
Yeah, it's just you can tell that it's not Cy and Z anymore. You know.
it's true. All right, we'll be right back to discuss Week 3. We're back here after a bathroom break. We're gonna go over the Week 3 matchups. There's some really good ones. Starting off with Untouchables Outlaw Nation. Can the Untouchables get their first win?
I think so. Yeah, I take the Untouchables in this one. 7-6.
Tough one.
They have to stop. They have to stop Charlie, but other than that, I think they could do it. And I don't think it's gonna be 7-6 because they don't have a kicker. They have,
True, I forgot Mike's
yeah,
gone.
Mike's gone. He's a little crybaby about his ankle, so that's besides the point.
We're praying for you,
But
Mike.
I do think that they're gonna win it though.
All right, next game, Tigers Outcast.
I'm gonna go with Outcast here. Sorry, Bay. Team just looks not as well as I thought they were gonna look. So I'm taking Norm and Outcast to finally get on the same page on offense.
Yeah, Norm.
Yeah, well, when you're going up against Tigers, it's going to be easy enough for Norm to find his receivers and get on the same page. They might be able to get the ball rolling from there on out. So I am going with Outcast as well.
They're grinding out wins, though. This is the game I can't wait for. The Bears Savage Saints. I can't wait for this one. Who are you liking it, Egghead?
If Killer and company show up for the Bears, I like the Bears, but if not, I think Savages take it. Savages look great. They actually played Pig really well last year as well.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is, if it's about like their line or what, but if Killer and company show up, then I like the Bears. If not, Savage Saints.
I'm going with the Saints regardless if everybody shows up for the Bears or not. The Saints are a really good team. They do always disrupt Pig. They make him feel uncomfortable in the pocket. They get him running around. And when he does run, they get his flag. They never really let him get big yardage on them. So they're a good matchup.
Their new QB wide receiver combination.
Yep,
Should be an interesting
It's
matchup.
gonna be fun.
Next up, the Jaconi Outlaws versus the Sharks. Who do you like in this one? I see another shutout coming.
I like a 0-0 tie.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy. I'm going with Chicoine Outlaws. I think it's gonna be like 35-0.
You think that?
What?
You think the offense is going to expose the Sharks?
I think so.
Yeah, it's
Damn.
definitely a
That
possibility.
is
I think they're gonna
reckless.
get on the same page, because they right now their offense, the Chicoine offense is basically the Gators' offense. So they just got
It is the Gators'
yeah,
offense.
So they just got to
Yeah,
put it together.
The Gators offense looked great last year, too. Anyway, next up we got Warren versus Richie's Lawman. I think we know what Egghead's going with this one, but what do you say?
About time this team faces a good opponent this season. So that,
Wild
you know,
card is good.
I just don't see Wild Card that good this year. But I just feel like Warren is going to demolish them. They're going to be singing that new Miley Cyrus song about coming with a wrecking ball, whatever the hell she says.
No.
The Warren's going to hit him with a wrecking ball. And Richie Lawman, I'm going to say the final score of this game is going to be about 20.
Are they going to be nude balls hitting them with the wrecking ball?
Yeah.
Okay.
J Rose is going to be butt-ass naked on a wrecking ball,
Okay.
hitting that bum-ass defense of Richie Lawman that got exposed in the championship and will get exposed again this week.
Alright,
I
anyway,
look for
Steven.
Warren. I look for Warren.
I'm
Hold on,
going-
hold on. I look for Warren huge.
Yeah, we get the
We
point.
understand, man.
We
Huge.
understand. Huge.
Richie Lawman is going to win this game.
Whoa!
They're still upset about
Little
losing the
side bet here?
championship. You want a side bet? I'm fine with
30
a side
rack
bet.
and a pizza for Sunday
And a
football.
pizza? Alright.
Oh, nice. I'm a winner here either way. And the last game of the day, Brick Squad Wildcard. Who you like in this one? Can Wildcard get a win?
I think they're gonna get the win. I
You
think Wildcard's gonna get their first win out of this, and it's gonna hopefully start to get the ball rolling. They always start off slow from last.
Well,
couple
footballs don't really
sessions.
roll that well.
If you roll it down that way, like the
But
bowling
still, if it
ball.
like gets off direction,
I understand, but they still roll.
yeah, it's true. I good?
I'm going to go with Brick Squad. I just think Duda will be unstoppable.
Will be a factor in this game.
Yeah, unstoppable. Even though Jose will be on him or should be on him every single play.
Yeah.
He most likely will be, and Jose, you said, is the best cornerback in this league.
Jose
That's the
Allen.
only. But sometimes he doesn't play on the best receiver for some reason. He stays to the one side, and I don't get why they do that in flag football. But
That's dumb.
regardless, Duda, I don't know what he says, something out of the
Duda.
pockets, however it works. I don't know if you watch SN Network.
Oh, I tune in every week.
But as do I, and money out the pockets or something like that. I don't really understand that lingo.
If you watch every week, shouldn't you know what he says?
That's not what he does say. Pockets out.
Alright.
But I don't really know what it means, so that's
Because you're white.
Lots of
yeah.
tunes. So.
It's definitely because I'm white, but I look for Duda to have a huge game
Well, there's some
unless
interesting
Jose plays
matchups.
him one-on-one.
Can't wait for them. Next, talking about the Flag Bowl coming up soon, November 9th and 10th. Got teams from all around the country coming. The Blue Chargers, Laneys, Steelers, the defending champion Gladiators, and also teams from our own league, Outcast, Chaconi, Brick Squadron. The entry fee should be announced soon. We'll keep it posted
Get
on
your
the
teams
website.
together, fellas.
Get them together.
Should be fun.
It should. And I'd just like to say that Carl and Tita aren't here. They got infested with rabies. We're praying for them. Hopefully that...
Love you guys.
I hope they're at the field this Sunday, but
Stupid
Fun
squirrels.
run for rabies.
I heard one got attacked by a raccoon.
That's what it was, raccoon. I thought it was a squirrel when Carl told me.
But we're here for them. Everyone, send them a prayer.
Seriously, shout out to them. I mean, they were hanging out and I don't know what
They were
happened.
just having a good time, slipping, sliding in their backyards. Raccoons attacked them.
It's
So
unbelievable.
it's unfair.
I mean, that's what they get for slip and slide late at night, so
I told them not to do it.
if they listen to you,
I
I
know.
wouldn't be in this predicament.
But we'll see you at the field Sunday. And out.
I don't want to throw anything. I feel bad.